I just want to say a few words about the bride and groom real quick. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Caitlin, and I'm Lydia's younger sister.
Nah.
And, hey, looking at us now, you would never know that we're nearly 10 years apart. So, with that being said, she's been there since the day I was born, and she's looked after me my whole life. When I was born, I'd be in my playpen, and she would come and sit and do her homework with me. And she did a lot more than just look out for me, though. Like, she has been there for me my entire life. She has been there through every step of the way, from, helping me with my schoolwork to, helping me try on makeup for the first time. And as I got older, I started to borrow her clothes a lot. And
in quotation marks.
So she began not to like that because it was about 24/7 when I raided her closet. But no, she was, the older I got, she's just more than a sister to me. She's my absolute best friend, and she's done everything in her power to look after me and take care of me my whole life. A few things about Lydia is, she's so real with you, and she's honest, and she's raw, and, she has the sweetest heart. She puts everybody else above herself. And she never expects anything in return either. She loves so freely. And she's been my rock. Like, she has. Like, growing up, it was almost like having a second mom for me, but a cool mom. No, but really, she was pretty tough on me, honestly. She was. But, as the older I got, we just got closer and closer, and we're still that way. Like, every day we just grow closer and closer together. And I love you, and I know how happy you are with Chase, and it makes me happy to see you this happy. I can't wait to watch you walk down that aisle, because you're going to be the most beautiful bride. You are. I love you. Hey, and Chase, welcome to the family. You are in for the long haul. It's going to be brutal, but it's going to be great. You've honestly felt like a part of the family for a long time now. So I love you, and I can't wait to gain a brother tomorrow. So cheers to the bride and groom.
Somebody raise us up a little bit.
Just recording your voice so you can leave it. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, man. Yeah, I feel like this is happening. Anyways, it's good to be here with everyone tonight. It's a really good-looking crowd. A little better than the one I had at my wedding. To be honest with you. Just had a really good time there. Anywho, And face, look at that guy over there. What a beautiful boy. Fresh haircut, fresh spray tan. I was talking to Face and his buddies. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm the only guy over here without a spray tan. What the hell? Did you guys get up 3 hours before we're supposed to be out here and get going or something, buddy? That's okay though. I'll manage. You know, to be honest with you, I never wanted Face to get married. I always wanted to be able to, show up at his house and crash on his couch naked if I needed to, what have you. But on a serious note, when the first time I met Lydia, I can remember being extremely impressed with just a very classy, a girl that was raised right and did the right things, and then I can tell is going to be a good mother and an awesome wife to my brother. That's something I felt immediately, and that's something I still feel to this day. So I'm very blessed to have such a good lady marry my bro, who I love so much. And I think they need to get started popping some kids out now. Good people need to appropriate. That's right. That's how we improve the world, make it a better place. Anyways, man, I really didn't really expect to get up here tonight, so just kind of do it all together, but it went okay. I enjoyed hanging out with everyone. If I didn't speak to you, I'm truly heartbroken about that, and we'll try as hard as I can to catch up with you at the wedding. On a serious note, though, I do want to say that I really am proud of my bro Face. I love that guy. He's a bro that I love, that I'm proud of, and that I can count on. I could call that dude at 3:40 in the morning and come bail me out of the pen if I needed to.
No, your mother does that.
She is a hell of a mama. I love you, Mom!
T, that's hard to follow up, brother. Huh? T? Yeah. Hey, can you hear me? Test. Yeah, so hey guys, T, that's really hard. T, that's really hard to follow up on, but that was awesome. So, team, I just want to tell you guys a story, or I want to share with you guys a story. And as I thought about it, 28 years. There's so many things to talk about over 28 years. There's so many emotions being here with all the folks that we grew up with from Helena up until now. And I think about friendship. I think about adversity. I think about a little bit of luck for Chase. And then I just think about growth, right? When I think about the friendship and I think about being 8 years old and coming into Helena and meeting this guy who, for some reason, I don't know if we like to bully kids, and that's when we got along. We were always into something. We were always picking on the nerds. I don't know what it was. But we always had a good time together. And I think about in elementary school, after 6 months, or six days probably, they said you can't be in the same class with Chase. All the teachers at Helena said you can't be in the same class. And then they didn't realize when we went to River Chase, they should have told them in River Chase. So then, after about a month in River Chase, they banned us for 3 years for being together in the same classroom. And then they didn't know it at Pelham either. And we got banned from being each other in the same class. I remember all the teachers we upset. I think about that friendship part and just how we were always able to stick together even though there were challenges. Awesome thing. I think about the adversity and I think about the friendship at the same time, and I think about Big Steve. And I think about that adversity and how Steve's looking down right now and he's happy because he sees Lydia with you and how she's encouraging your growth. Because when I get to the growth part about it, I think about, yeah, he got better here, got better there, we got better together in different areas. But over the last 4 or 5 years, I've never seen anybody grow more than you have, Chase, with Lydia at your side. And I think about the luck, and I think about just, how does a guy with a rat tail when I met you 28 years ago, how do you end up with a girl like Lydia? You know what I mean? And I think about the leadership with... It was a mullet. It was a mullet. It was a gold mullet. Beautiful mullet. So ultimately, Chase, I think about the strength of our friendship. I've never had a brother, man, and next to Big T, you see me as a brother, I see you as a brother. It's been awesome. I think about the adversity that you guys as a family have went through, and Fran, what a leader, and just I love her like a second mother, and how all the different things that we've been through together have grown us closer together. And then I think about the growth, and I see what Lydia's done with you and helped you become more of a man, a better Chase. She's a better Chase. Guys, come on, let's be real. The reason I know you're a better Chase is because you don't hang out anymore. You're making the right decision. So good for you. And Mr. Woods, hats off to you for raising such a good girl. Such a good girl, like just in the couple of hours we've been here tonight, just hearing about all the closeness you have with Lydia's friends and Lindsay and I having a daughter, like those are stories I want to be able to tell in this situation in 20 years to come. So anyway, congratulations to you guys. Here's to Chase and Lydia. Love you guys.
Good job,
Is this thing on? I feel like it's not on.
It's recording.
Oh, it's recording. I was like, it's not a mic, it's just recording. Okay. Wait, louder, Aaron.
Very good.
That was good. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kristen. Me and Lydia have been best friends since we were 5 years old. And doing math, that's 29 years. It's 29 years, and it's kind of mind-boggling. I'm like, whoa, I'm old. I'm just kidding. I'll never be old. Aging is a choice. Age is only a number. Amen. Amen. But reflecting back to our first moments, I decided that the beanbag is a very prominent factor in the beginning of me and Lydia's relationship. I'll explain. So the first time I met Lydia was in first grade, and for a day our first grade classes were combined for a little bit, and Lydia was sitting on a beanbag reading a book, and I was not shy at all. So I walk over there, I plop down, and I go, "What you reading?" And she kind of like slowly turns her head and side-eyes me a little bit. And if you know Lydia, that's very characteristic. And she probably tells me, and then we became best friends. And the reason why I picked the beanbag as the prominent anchor in the beginning of our relationship is the first time I spent the night with Lydia. Y'all are gonna learn a lot about me in a second. Jamie and Rochelle know where I'm going with this. So we were 5 years old in first grade. The first night I sleep over at my new best friend's house, I wet the bed. And I was like, oh my God, 2 years, no, 5. Oh. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the first night I'm sleeping over with my new best friend's house. I don't know what to do. So I just get out of bed, take off all my clothes, and decide the best decision was to sleep naked on her Barbie beanbag for the rest of the night. So as the first time she has her new best friend sleepover, she wakes up and finds me naked on her Barbie beanbag, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I didn't know what to do." And then, the rest was history. So, and then Jamie and Rochelle adopted me. They have been like my second parents ever since then. And then our family became best friends, and I have a hard time finding a picture of my childhood without Lydia in it. I'm like, geez, she was always with me. What is this? But I would like to say that everyone deserves a best friend like Lydia. She is the most loyal friend I know, and I know that night or day, no matter where I am in the world, if I pick up a phone and call her and I say that I need her, she would look for the next flight out. And I'm getting emotional. I didn't expect this. I'm extremely, extremely grateful for everything that we've shared. And I'm extremely grateful for Jamie and Rochelle for taking me into your home and making me such a big part of your life. And I can't wait to start this next chapter with you and Chase and get to experience it. Chase, I gotta admit, at first I didn't like you that much. I'm being honest. And I was like, who is this dude? Like, Lydia, what are you doing? I was like, it's Christmas night, we're playing charades, and he's on his phone. Like, this is not acceptable. Too much screen time. Too much screen time. But every single time that I've hung out with Chase, he's grown on me, you know? And I'm like, man, I didn't expect to like him this much, but now like, I really like you. And this year, Chase, Christmas night, if you don't play charades, you don't eat Christmas dinner. It's a solid deal. We made this rule. Me and Lydia have already talked. If you don't play charades, no Christmas dinner for you. But to wrap it up, because I don't want to take up too much time, I love you, Lydia, with all my heart and with all my soul. And I am so grateful for you and everything that we've shared together. Chase, I'm excited to continue to get to know you more, continue to like you more, and I already love you.
Thank you, Lydia.
You're welcome.
So can everyone raise their glass? This is to Lydia, who is always there when it truly counts. And that's what matters most to me in a friendship. So you're always there. So cheers and toast to Lydia for always being there. That was really good. This is to Lydia. To Lydia. Lydia, see coming.
Y'all can hold the applause till after the speech. No claps needed till afterwards. It's me and the back tail have been talking. We picked out a couple bottles. Chase owes us a couple cover charges from years past. So we're gonna be a couple of those served back there later. More than a couple. For y'all who don't know me, my name's Joel. Friends call me Juice. But I met Chase. I vividly remember when I met Chase. I relate things to Iron Bowls. It was 2003. It was a rough time for us Spanish fans. Rough times. It was rough. Our friendship started off great, Chase. I'm from Calera, just down the road, but I didn't know Chase. And we're at this little bar called Roosters. We snuck in a fifth of Jim Beam. We're underage. And we're down 18-2 at halftime. It was rough. I don't even remember this, Chase. we were mixing drinks because we were ordering Cokes, then mixing a drink at the table. Brandon Brooks. I know. I vividly remember this. This is when I knew Chase and I'll be great friends. Brandon Brooks takes the kickoff back at halftime.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, we're back.
A couple of y'all in this room were at this setting. We weren't back. We were back for the second.
We were back long enough.
I look over and Chase is on top of the table. On top of the table. Doing his signature move. Y'all know Chase, his signature move. The double finger salute, baby. Double on top of the table. We can't do it right now. But it's not really appropriate in this setting. But at that point, I said, this guy hates Auburn more than I do. I mean, it runs in the blood. That's all I got to say. I said, man, me and this guy are going to be great friends. So I asked Chase that. It was almost like asking Megan to be my wife. I said, Chase, he's at junior college at the time. We went to Alabama. I said, hey, you ever thought about transferring? Yes. And so he got a scholarship. I said, man, let's be roommates. So he moved to Tuscaloosa and kind of struck up our friendship. And Lydia, I lived with this guy for, I think, 4 years total. So I'm going to give you a couple words of wisdom from being a roommate. Y'all might be living together longer than that at this point. I don't know. This is taking a while to get to this point, but par for the course. So living with Chase, we played intramural softball. Huff was on the team, and you got to plan, kind of around Chase's schedule. I like to call it, he kind of lives in his own time zone. And it's somewhere between Central and Pacific. Right? I call it C-Rob Standard Time. So we would play softball on Tuesday nights, and we'd play at 8 p.m. every Tuesday. And there was a show called 24 that was on. This is before DVR. He loved 24. He was not missing a single minute of 24. But the game was at 8 and 24 ended at 8. And if y'all that know Chase, he's a guy that, he's a pretty good athlete. If you don't know him, he'll tell you about it. He's a pretty good athlete. Guy you probably want to bat in the 3-hole, But due to the show 24, we had to plan on Chase arriving midway through the first. So we had to put him in right field or batting 8, depending on where home or away team. But he'd show up consistently, 15, 20 minutes late, rip off a double, a couple RBIs. You can count on him. He'd show up to the plate, of course. He wouldn't ever show up with his cleats on. I'm not kidding y'all. He'd walk up to the plate in his tennis shoes and then change in front of the plate, hold the game up 10 more minutes, then rip a double. But you always can count on him. Another thing, so Lydia, you always got to plan, depending on the time zone, at least a 30-minute buffer. I'm going to give you one more word's advice for living with the guy. If he's paying the bills, put him on auto draft.
I've been doing that since 2005, bro.
It must not have been available in 2005 because I came home one summer, right? So Chase and I lived together. We rented a house. I went back home, was working. Chase was in some. You were so at the power. I come home to party with Chase. I'm doing him a favor. He wants me to come home and party with him. So I show up at the party. I'm trying to make me a glass of water. There's no water. Water straight cut off. We got 2 weeks left in the house. I said, Chase, what's up with the water? He said, man, I didn't pay the bill and they want to charge me a reconnection fee. We got a couple weeks left. I said, man, how you been showering? He goes, well, Well, dude, I've been going to the rec center. I go to the rec center shower. I was like, man. I said, well, Chase, how are you flushing the toilet, man? Chase had a water hose in a 5-gallon bucket. He go fill the toilet. And these are not false statements, y'all. But Lydia, I'll say all that to say this. Wrap it up. The guy always had a plan. Bat him 8th, he's going to rip off a couple RBIs late in the hole. He might not pay the bill, but he's got a plan to make your toilet flush. And he's always been a friend. He's always been there for me, and he'll always be there for you. He's going to be a great husband, a great father, and I'm so glad y'all going to be together and look forward to many years ahead and a great future together. So thank y'all so much. Cheers to y'all.
Make it louder if I talk like this right now. Lydia can hear me. Lydia, can you hear me? Lydia, can you hear me right now? Lydia. Louder. Can you hear me now? Okay.
That's a recorder. You just have to.
Well, it's just going to be really loud for them when they listen to it later.
It's not a microphone. Okay, it's a recorder.
Can you hear me now? Okay. I think there's nothing greater than realizing how special friendship is as you get older. And Lydia, I'm just so grateful for your friendship as I get older. You've been there for a really long time. And I wanted to read this poem that is just really symptomatic of what I think marriage is supposed to be like. It's by someone named Khalil Gibran. Anybody know about him? Okay. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Even as the strings of a lute are alone, they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. So, here's to togetherness and a lovely marriage where you stay yourselves, but enjoy each other as companions. And I will pray blessings over you for the eternity of your marriage.
Hey, that's my courtship partner. Great job.
Courtship partner.
Can you hear me? Yes. It does feel like, am I yelling? No. Okay. Okay, I'm Jessica. I would tell you who I am, but it's in my speech. So, I will be forever grateful for Mrs. Kell's 4th grade class for finding one of my lifelong best friends. We have gotten to do so much life together and have so many experiences, from breakups and hangovers to finding ourselves and finding love. I'm not sure what I would have done without you in college. Some of my hardest laughs were in that Tuscaloosa house. We also shared the same struggles, like deciding whether we wanted to eat that week or buy a new outfit for the weekend. We may have been 2 broke girls in college, which we were not broke. That was a very skewed. We thought we were broke. 2 broke girls in college, but we were rich in friendship. We pulled all-nighters, became mamas to the sweetest fur babies, made weekend trips to Auburn, and spent spring breaks on the ocean. We traded in our college town for the city and created a whole new chapter living in Atlanta. You have been there for so much, and I am beyond grateful for our friendship. I love your honesty, and I always take your advice to heart. You have always been true to yourself and never willing to settle. I may not know Chase very well. Wait, where are you? Okay. I actually haven't met you yet, so it's really hard to write a speech when you don't know the other partner. So I may not know Chase very well, but I know Lydia and I know her heart. I know she has high values and standards and would never settle for anything less. Knowing she chose you tells me everything about your heart and your character. So thank you for loving our girl and making her so happy. I wanted to share a few things I've learned about marriage. Learn the art of compromise. It is better to bend than break. Let your love be stronger than your anger. Pick your battles and never underestimate the power of saying I'm sorry. And they say a lot of things get easier the more you do. Saying I'm sorry is not one of them. It is so hard, but do it. Whew. I know planning a wedding through the pandemic has been extremely stressful, but y'all have handled it with humor and grace, and I think that's a pretty good testament of how y'all will handle life's inevitable obstacles. So while tomorrow you may be Mrs. Robertson, you will always be the Paris to my Nicole. I love you.
Y'all ready? Everybody ready?
Ready.
This is gonna be deep. No, I'm just kidding. So real quick, Chase, the coolest thing about this wedding, and Lydia, first off and foremost, you're the perfect person for Chase. I'm gonna make this about Chase, but to get that out of the way, you're the perfect person for Chase, and it's we're excited about tomorrow. And I've never seen Chase as happy as he is right now. So get that behind us, because now it's about to turn into a roast session. So, anyways, long story short, the coolest thing about tonight really is just if you look at the people that are here representing Chase, it says a lot. Most of us have grown up together. We call some are Helena Hillbillies and we're the Pelham Preps. And David stole the thunder. When I met Chase as a decent athlete, Chase came over with a rat tail, and he's a really good baseball player. And I wish Fran and Tyler were here because I would tell the story. But when Chase finally moved to Pelham, and we all grew up, Chase and I became really, really close. And Chase introduced me to my wife, Stacy. But a couple funny stories about Chase. Chase is kind of like he's a ride or die. He's with you, you know. And like so, then a funny story. We were our 8th grade field trip. We went to Disney World and went to the Tower of Terror. And we said nobody will throw a frisbee off the top floor. Nobody will throw the frisbee off the top floor of the Tower of Terror. And so we go up, and if you've ever been, it opens up, and Chase throws a frisbee. So we get down to the bottom, and security comes and says, "Who threw the frisbee off the Tower of Terror?" And we're like, "Oh, we don't know." And then when you pass through, there's pictures that everybody buys. And Chase is standing up like this. We have the picture, and he's got the frisbee, and he threw it off. And I can go on for days about Chase and I's stories. He's my best friend. He's been my best friend. He's been my nemesis in some sports, but you know I couldn't be happier about tomorrow because Chase he's a ride or die guy. And he's riding with you. So cheers, and hope you guys have a great day.
Good dog.
All right, Chase is one of the best friends I've ever had. All right, Chase is one of the best friends I've ever had. He did have a rat tail when I met him. He used to. I was scared of him in grade school. There was a couple, him and Ryan Hickey, but.
He had a scary name.
Yeah. But me and Chase became friends in 6th grade, and I've never met a better friend than Chase. He's done a lot of things for me through life, and Lydia, you can have a better guy. Chase has been there with me through thick and thin, and you've met the best guy in the world, and you're lucky to have him. Come on, Dickens. I got up there.
No pressure. All right. Trying to think of the best one. I don't have great stories for Chase, but I live down the street from Chase and Fran. She's still there. My parents are still there. Vines used to be down the corner. Probably some of the great things I remember hanging out with Chase, Chris, Dave, Corey, Chafin, all of us down at Chase's house. Aaron, Chafin, who else? Kenny. I mean, God, I can't remember how many people used to come over there. But what I remember going down there and doing was having ping pong tournaments there in that tight little space. And the one thing that I remember was I would do it just for the fun of it. But these two, Bonds and C. Rob, my God, those two, sorry. Those two would just like, I'm sitting there watching the game.
I think I'm still in the lead.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to watch the game. I mean, whatever game might be on Saturday night, and I got these two over here acting like just my two boys, 7 and 5, like fighting. One more match, one more. I mean, like, I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, God, it's like 1:30 in the morning. Like, all these guys are like leaving, but these two are just still battling it out. So, Lydia, you always have a competitor, okay? I'm serious. Like, whether it's between us, them, whoever, but he would call me up sometimes to go down to the new Weatherly, team tennis area. I mean, he'd be down there playing with some kid that we probably never hung out with in high school. And he's down there battling him out in tennis. So, Lydia, from just a quick moment I got to meet you, you're a great girl, and I'm really happy for Chase. I really am. And you have a competitor, and he'll always battle for you. So that's my quick little hurrah there. So, cheers.
It took me the quarantine to get it going. Corey always told me that he'd like me to have a big beard, so I finally did that. So yeah, Chase had a mullet.
I didn't get to say that. I'm sorry.
So let me tell you the beginning of the mullet. He came over during fall ball. He was a big-time catcher. The mullet would hang out of his catcher's helmet, so it was even cooler than it sounds. But yeah, Steve, I wish Steve was still here. He'd be so happy for Chase. He loved his boys. So I just wanted to make a point that Steve would have loved this. He would have loved you, Lydia. So, but besides Steve,
How about that? How about that Lexus you had in high school?
the Blazer. Freshman year, my dad rolls up in a Blazer that's a low rider.
What about we dropped Chase off in the Blazer subway to work for his first day?
I don't know the story you're talking about.
Hey, when he's working at Subway, Chase calls me when he's working at Subway. He goes, "You're calling your orders. What am I supposed to do?" I go, "You're probably supposed to write them down." Is that what you're talking about?
Anyways, Chase is a great guy. Lydia, we're all happy for you. Yeah, my parents bought me a lowrider Blazer. Freshman year of baseball, that my dad pulls up and he's all excited that he got me a freaking new car. But
sound system, bro.
yeah, it had a sound system with a red light with low riding. So
Shady as hell, bro.
I had to put a lift kit on it with some tires
That was a
to make it cool for all my friends. But yeah, so we're all happy for y'all. Brandon Kenny's the best too.
They can follow.
I got put on a spot, man. You got
All right, guys. Hey, let's make this quick. CV.
Just do it, bro.
Let's do it. Hey, Zach Ward here. My wife Greer. I don't even know how we're here. So thankful for it, Rob. You and Lydia. It's gonna be awesome. Hearing these stories, did Metcalf bring me into this career or who did? I don't even fucking know. I'm kidding. It's a joke. That's a joke. That was a joke. Vines, yeah, Vines and Juice and all those guys, man. Like it's so awesome being here. Proud for you. You did throw a beanbag at me when I beat you a few times. You double birded me at Ralph Dalton's house, man. That's why they're married. The Daltons are married, to those guys because you double birded me. Yeah, at Ralph Dalton's. You're competitive. That's the truth. I love you. You've tried to fight me numerous times in the front yard. Listen, I'm an overweight guy. Don't fight me. I'm proud of you. Love you. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the void of this until somebody decides to start talking. I guess I got another story here. I'll just talk. I'll be that weird comedic guy that's going to fill in between everybody. I'll just continue talking until somebody starts talking. So, yeah, all right, I got everybody's attention again.
Okay, I'll say something.
Yeah, no, I was going to go round two, but I just was trying to fill the void. I don't like awkwardness, so that's why I stood up here. So I was kind of hoping like Aaron or Corey might come up here, but not awkward. So anyway, it's 8:40, if anybody wanted to know, Thursday night. No? I have 3 sons. Anybody want to know about that? They're fun.
She wants to.
I mean, you guys just gonna get up there and get drinks? One of y'all needs to come up here and talk. Corey?
Hey, she wants to.
Oh, Sarah?
Have someone.
My counterpart, I guess? Let's go.
Lydia's
not even listening.
No, I'm not getting her. Lydia!
I'm gonna do it.
I tried. I was just trying to get
It's not a mic.
It's not. Just for the record, whoever was complaining about their car in high school, I drove a diesel Chevy in 10th grade. Single cab, extended bed. Just saying. Okay? It was awesome. I don't know what I was going to say about Lydia. So fun fact, Lydia and I are 1 day apart. Her birthday's the 10th, mine's tonight. Go Sag. What's fun about that is my memories of being at the DMV with Lydia and Rochelle doing donuts in the parking lot in her red Honda Accord. That was really fun. I feel like my memories of Lydia are kind of, somebody else said it, it's like I can't really remember a time without her. Although I do remember being really jealous when she and Rebecca became really good friends because I always felt left out. But that's only because I wanted to be around Lydia because she's so fun to be around. And just like everyone has mentioned, I feel like this is like a contest to see who's the better friend. But I think it's Lydia. I think it is. I feel like I could just like say a ton of things about her, but I think like the one thing I just feel like I want to say out loud is my favorite thing about Lydia is how much she honors her father and mother. And that sounds really archaic when I say it like that. But the thing that I really adore about her is the way that she looks up to her father, mostly just his strength and the way that has trickled into the way that she carries herself. She's the way she carries herself, the way she treats other people, her standards, her values, the way she treats her friends, as we all know now that everyone's done speeches. And I feel like I don't know much about Chase's dad. I know your mom sounds amazing and your dad does too. I know you miss him. And I just feel like it makes so much sense that the two of you would click because of that. You sound like you both have similar values in that sense. And I know that, I don't know, I just love that you both are the same in that way. So anyway, I'm sweating now. This day is fun because I'm officially the last person to get married in our group of friends from high school. Woo! I love you. Thank you.
And I can't wait to watch you here now. I'm excited it's here. Are you okay? Do you feel wine? Okay, anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Wall Street. Come on, Jordan Gecko, get up there.
Apparently, I'm supposed to say something. I thought I was saving mine for tomorrow night. I'd just like to say that thank you all for coming, and I've really been heartfelt by the number of friends that both Lydia and Chase have here tonight. The stories were heartwarming, and I really see some true love there between them. And I think tomorrow will be just a really special day. Sorry I didn't prepare any notes for tonight. I had some prepared for tomorrow. But, just thank you all for coming.
Let me see what it says.
That's why I need a daughter.
I'm the real baby.
What?
I'm the real baby. I'm still an only child.
That's right.
If you don't count Caitlin, I'm still an only child.